Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, May 9th, 2024, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it's your first time ever or you're returning. Thank you very much. Good morning to, you know what, I went to the wrong place here. Sorry, on my iPad. Good morning to first one here, Mary Jo. Good morning, watching in upstate New York. Let me go back to where I need to on here. Although actually, no, that doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. I'm getting myself confused with this new streaming thing. Yes, let's expand that. Okay, sorry. Ignore that. Tina, good morning. Hilda, good morning to you. Linda in Mansfield, great day to make some cards. That is true. Maybe, unless you're hiding from a tornado later. Janet, good morning. Diane, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning. Good to see everybody. As you come on, say hi. That'll get you entered to win the cards I'm going to make today with the Layers of Beauty bundle, which is gorgeous. You got stencils, stamp set, and dies, and you'll see all that later. But I got lots of stuff to show you before then. By the way, I forgot to finish my to-do list for this video. I was a little behind. I think I pretty much did what I needed to do. Okay. So just a reminder here, later today, Pretty just jumped up here. I will add timestamps on YouTube on the video so that you can skip around to the parts you want to see. You might want to see my stuff from Mexico. You might want to see what I shared, like cards I've received in the mail. You might want to see my upcoming events or the stamping or whatever. So I will add those timestamps later today. I have to do that manually. So it just takes time. And then I will also add tomorrow, when YouTube lets me, a link over here to take you straight to stamptherapist.com, which is my blog, which is like a hub where you can go find out what's going on. Click on events, click on my club offering, read the last post, whatever. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Let me see who else is here. Seal, good morning to you. And Margaret, good morning. Janet, bad thunderstorms and wild winds, hail. We lost power for 6 hours. Oh no, Janet. I don't remember if I know where you live, Janet. I know there were bad storms yesterday in, like, not in Texas, other states. Thank you, Tina. Mary Ann, good morning. Cindy, good morning from Livingston, Texas. Ooh, Cindy, what the heck are you doing in Texas? Cindy. Kylie, good morning. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. Debbie, good morning to you. Janet, oh yes, so she just left. Brittany left. I would have brought her up on camera, but she walked onto my desk and then jumped onto her table. But she was up here for a second. You may have seen her tail. Tina in Maryland. Cindy, good morning. Stella, greetings to you. There's several Cindys. I'm not repeating myself. Cindy, good morning. Janet, North Carolina. Okay, yes. So bad storms in North Carolina. Hopefully you're okay, Janet. And thanks for sharing, Cindy. So yeah, we may have bad storms here today. It's like super, we have to find out when we find out. Like, you might get a storm, you might get nothing where I am in Texas. And that's starting this afternoon. I think they said around 2:00. So let me know how the weather is where you guys are. Good morning in cloudy Minnesota to Lori. Sue, good morning in West Virginia. Awesome. Diana in North Carolina. Okay, so let me see. Did I say all this stuff? My name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator 22 years. This is my full-time business. So I offer lots of stuff that anyone can participate in. Anyone in the world can take my tutorials, and per Stampin' Up! Policy, anyone in the US can take my classes and events. They're all offered to go. Some are also offered in person here in Texas, in DeSoto. As a reminder, because I think I said this, but just to be clear, If you comment on the video, you will be entered to win the cards I'm going to make today with Layers of Beauty. I'm making 3 cards. And that works on YouTube, that works on Facebook, and that works on replay on both platforms. So even on YouTube and the replay, you can only make a video comment. That helps me. So say hi, tell us what you like, what you didn't like, whatever, and you'll be entered to win those cards. Shirley, good morning to you. Darlin in Hollywood, Florida. You're barely late. No problem, Darlin. Okay, so I'm going to start with my upcoming events and tell you guys, and I do have a lot of upcoming events now. So all of my events are going to include your PDF tutorial, which of course, by the way, my team gets all my PDF tutorials for free. I just uploaded the Heartfelt Hellos tutorials to the Facebook group today from Alejandra and me. And anyway, my team gets those free. But if you want to purchase them, anyone in the US can purchase them, but they're always included with my classes. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated when you register. You'll cut your own designer paper and kit components if they're included with the fee. And again, anyone in the US can take the in-person events. Anyone in the world can take in person. Anyone in the US can take the events to go or in person. Anyone in the world can take the tutorials only. And the way I do my tutorials, you register for them while the class registration is open. Okay, so every month I have 4 classes: card class, scrapbook class, stamp a stack class, and sampler class every month without fail. This month in person, they are happening on May 18th, which is like next Saturday. That's also Scott's birthday, by the way, if anyone wants to tell Scott happy birthday on May 18th. But yeah, I'll be doing a class. And if you take it to go, they'll be mailed on May 20th. You need to register for card or scrapbook by May 16th, but they are while supplies last. So the sooner you register, the better, because I can include you in the count. Otherwise, I make a guess and we run out. So card class is 4 cards for $20 free if you place a $20 order. We're going to use the Filled with Fun, which is an online exclusive. Let me see if I can find mine real quick. It's a bundle, but we're going to use Filled with Fun. It's like a wagon. It's super cute. And the font, like I was looking at ideas for this last night. I have not made these cards yet. That Sending Loads of Happiness is so cute. You can get this set online while supplies last. There's the guys. And I was thinking how cute that Sending Loads of Happiness would go with that truck set we have online as well. But anyway. And then the other one is, I have all my new stamps over here. What was it called? Bistro Burger. I just really like Bistro Burger. I do love hamburgers a lot. So maybe that's why. But we're going to make 2 cards with that one as well. I think it's super cute. There's a set of dies. The dies are awesome. Watch my video where I went over the new catalog and I talk about this set a lot in that video. Anyway, that's card class. Scrapbook is going to be 3 12x12 pages. 1 that matched a 12x12 last month and 2 new ones. And then the following month, we'll make 2 brand new ones and a single and then the matching. So it's 3 12x12 every month. You end up with double page layouts. By the way, both of these are cards clubs you can join, and they last 6 months, and then you get a gift from me after 6 months with that $20 order each month. Okay, for scrapbook, page 2 is the ice cream swirl pages, and then the other 2 are going to be Father's Day, and I still haven't decided what stamps we're using, but I'll decide by Sunday when I design. And of course, they can be generic. They don't have to say Happy Father's Day. Let me see here. I need to catch up. Diana, thanks for sharing. Good morning, Shirley. Thank you for sharing. Maybe I did say hi to you guys. I can't remember. Mary Jo just got this set. Awesome. Layers of Beauty is gorgeous and very versatile, which I'm sure you know because you were on stage where they showed it. Denise in Colorado. Edith in Florida, sunny Florida. Julie, good morning to you. Janet, May 18th is my husband Robert's birthday too. It was a good day for husbands to be born. Hold on, let me read this. I have a marvelous one. We were high school sweethearts and have been married almost 44 years. Oh my gosh, Janet, that's awesome. My friend April, my birthday's March 3rd. Her birthday's March 3rd. Her husband's birthday is like 1 or 2 days off from mine. It's crazy, all these coincidences we have. Um, and we're like twins, like we always think the same things. We have the same opinions about everything. Like it's crazy. Anyway, Julie, thanks for sharing. Terry, good morning. And Mary Ann. Oh, thank you, Mary Ann. I do have a filter on this. Let me see if I can take it off so y'all can see. Okay, that's no filter. But I do use a lot of skincare, as you also know, Marianne. But I prefer the little filter. It's just like a little, let's smooth everything out. Okay, gotta be honest. Thank you, Julie. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, so that was those two classes. Also, and by the way, the in-person, you can take 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of these in person on Saturday, May 18th. These other 2 are product based, so they're going to include product with your fee. You'll cut your own designer paper, and they are subscription clubs you can join. So you can join these right now, but either way, you need to register for the class or join the club by May 12th. So that is Sunday. You have 3 days to sign up for club or class. You can join the club and quit at any time, of course. But if you stay 6 consecutive months, you get a free gift from me after 6 months of being a member. Each class both includes over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. And they're awesome. So the first one is sampler class. It's a 12 by 12 frame piece of art. And I have designed sampler for this month. It's right here. I'm going to show you a sneak peek. We're using the Thoughtful Wishes bundle, which is gorgeous. It comes with that thoughtful journey. I believe it's called gorgeous 6x6 designer paper. And we will cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything possible except you'll cut your designer paper. And of course, if you have to stamp and then die cut out. So I don't want to reveal too much because you need to take my class, but it's gorgeous. Okay, there we go. So sign up for that by Sunday. The class is $37. The club is $35. So you do save money if you join club. And like I said, you can cancel anytime. We usually give a little treat or gift with our club members every month. And Karen has made one again for us this month. Trying to remember what we gave y'all last month. Forgot what it was. Anybody remember? Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Lori. Oh, I'm just a filter person. But I do have an extreme skincare routine as well. Anyway, I can't remember what the gift was, but whatever. We gave y'all a little gift last month. Cannot think of it at all. Okay, Stamp a Stack. This is 4 designs, 8 cards, 2 of each. This month we're using the Trusty Tools bundle. It's the same price as the other class, $35 for club, $37 for non. You're getting a free sampling of the retired Trusty Toolbox designer paper with your class fee, plus over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. I've been preparing Landa. I'm like, you're gonna have to die cut this little silver, new silver foil pegboard. I'm like, keep texting her, like, thank you, Tina. And anyway, I'm gonna show y'all a sneak peek because I have designed these cards. Let me get this makeup off my hands. Don't touch your face when you wear a lot of makeup. And I'm going to show y'all a sneak peek because I think these cards are awesome and I think you should take the class. One says Happy Father's Day. You can just leave that off or substitute a greeting of your own. And then the other ones, if you see the word dad, I already have made an alternative version of that will be with the instructions. So the point is they can just be masculine cards and one is unisex. Okay, so this is my favorite one. It's so cute, right? This one, I'm giving 4 versions. They'll be printed in the instructions because it will depend on which sheet of designer paper you get, but it's so cute. Let me put, actually, that's not my favorite one on top. Well, here's my favorite one. Okay, so there's that one. You're going to make 2 of each. There's the unisex one. And here's I really love that one. 4th one. Okay, so sign up by Sunday. Sign up by Sunday. Join by Sunday. Whatever you want to do. Okay, the Heartfelt Hellos class with Alejandra is complete, but I have 1 packet left. You'll make these 8 gorgeous cards. Let me show you a colorful one on front. We have a Mother's Day, we have a Father's Day, plus 6 other cards. Of course, you can do whatever greetings you want. This includes a free stamp set and I think over $30 in merchandise. Anyway, I have 1 left. If anyone wants that, claim it. 1 is sold, 1 is left. And then, hold on. Dropped a card and it almost landed on the cat. But she just sat there like, excuse me. Okay, that was the hello, and that was the Bird's Eye View stamp set also, by the way. So you would need that to complete your cards. That's just a to-go class. It was not offered in person. Thank you, Tina. Thanks, Janet. Cindy, yes, girl, sign up. And I know you know how. Terry, good morning to you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Good morning, Terry. Okay, next up, annual catalog celebration. I don't have a graphic for this yet, but this will be my annual catalog kickoff, which, as y'all know, just started May 1st. Anyone can order from this now. There's a couple of things unavailable, but for the most part, it's the hundreds and hundreds of new product are available. Watch my video last week if you want to see me walk you through literally every single page of the new catalog. And anyway, this event is in person or to go in DeSoto, Texas. In person, I will be bringing my 4 boxes of retired merchandise to sell for BOGO. So that will be the first chance to purchase BOGO from me. I'm not saving anything for anyone. I never do. So I'll bring it to that event. And by the way, I randomly found like 5 stamp sets that retired a long time ago in my collection, still in the current stuff. So they'll be in there too. But anyway, awesome, Janet. Thank you for blaming me that you have the tool set. I think it's awesome as well. And I'm not even into like tools personally, but I think it's really awesome. Oh man, Terry had hand surgery, been out of commission. Dang. Hopefully you can stamp. Hey, Landa, good morning to you. Okay, so this event, BOGO, there will be 2 stamping demonstrations. There will be 2 additional displays of brand new samples. You'll get to view all that on the Facebook group that's private if you take it to go. Everyone gets entered into the 50+ door prize entry. There's an optional card swap. There'll be additional displays. All my swaps will be on display, all the stuff. So we are going to use the Label with Love bundle, Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love bundles, Sketched Butterflies bundle, and Thoughtful Wishes bundle. So sign up for that by June 2nd. It is happening in person on June 8th, or it'll be mailed the Monday after. Okay, that's the annual catalog celebration, basically a new catalog kickoff. Bingo, Spotlight on Nature. Let me grab this stamp set. Oh, assuming it's over here. Yep, it's at the bottom of my stack. By the way, besides what I've pulled out for club and stuff, here's all my new stamps and bundles that I have so far, plus the one I'm using today, plus some are in class. So obviously I've ordered more since I did that video. But anyway, here is, let's see, Side Wishes. Spotlight on Nature. This is what we'll be using for our Zoom stamping bingo. You should sign up. It is fun. You get to craft one-on-one with me and other awesome stampers on Zoom. You get to play games and have a chance to win prizes. This will be on, I covered up my notes here, May 30th at 6:30 p.m. Central. So sign up quick. The deadline is May 19th. May 19th, and it'll be mailed May 24th. And then we'll play bingo on May 30th on Zoom, 6:30 p.m. Central. You'll make at least 4 cards and get a little treat from me using the Spotlight on Nature, which I think is a gorgeous bundle personally. There's other prize drawings. You might get a random prize in the mail when I mail your packet, all the stuff. So you can get the tutorials only for any of these events, by the way. Just make sure you do it before the deadline to sign up for that class. Okay, next up is the paper share party. So let me move these stamp sets back and bundles. So many fun. I wanted to show these today, but I have too much other stuff to show, so I don't have time. Same with this stack that I'm about to show you. I can't do individually. This is my stack of all the new designer papers. Woohoo! Paper share. If you want a sampling of every single paper here, do the paper share. Now I also have all the new accessories on top, which I've been working, so you can see some are used. These are the ones we're using in the, okay, be blurry. Let's see. The masculine class, the toolbox class. They're called adhesive back texture dots. But anyway, I have all the new accessories. And all these new designer papers. You'll get a sampling of every single one. If it's 12 by 12, you won't get this though. I don't remember if we included that glimmer. Whatever. I have a list if you need it. We're not including the In Color paper. This one, right? It's not even here, so that's fine. Okay. We're including pretty much everything. If it's 12 by 12, you will get the 6-inch by 12-inch piece. And if it's 6 by 6, you'll get a 6 by 6 one. So you need to register for that. Let me find my paper. There's so many details about this event. Party, register by May 12th. That's also Sunday. Register by May 12th, Sunday. If you want a sampling of all the papers. There's also a ribbon share, and I didn't pull all my ribbons out, but there's not a ton of new ribbons, but we'll give you 2.5 yards of each one. If you add on the ribbon share, and then you can also add on the party, where you will get to make 12 cards designed by Alejandro Gomez and myself. You'll get to participate in the Facebook party, where we actually make every single card from scratch on a video. We also do bonus videos. There's a mystery stamping and a bonus idea. We give away door prizes within the paper share. You might get a prize when you get your party within the party. We have a bonus gift. If you take the paper share, you're going to get some gems. We have a paper share bonus. So if you take the paper share, you're going to get a 6 by 6 piece of each design in zinnias and latte paper. It's worth it. So make sure you sign up. Which one start to creating with? That's a good question. It's whatever class is next, Linda. Whatever class is next. And my next one, well, I'm going to do the paper. I'm just saying, like, I'm just randomly talking to you guys. My plan is to design paper share next. So that's, let me see what stamps we're using. We're using, it's on here somewhere, maybe. Actually, okay, Country Flowers and Wildflower Designs. We're going to use those for the paper share. Let me get them. Country Flowers and Wildflower Designs. You can always substitute if you don't own those or don't want to buy them. But these are the 2 bundles we'll be using to design the paper share. So that is what I'm playing with next. Wildflower Designs has gorgeous words in it, in case y'all have missed this one. And then they both have dies as well. I haven't even opened these yet. Anyway, and then Bistro Burger is my next one after that. But that's how I decide, because I design classes. So yeah. And Janet, can I come to Texas and play with all your new goodies? Only if you can design for me. Yes, Janet asked the same question. How do you decide what to play with first? Whatever class is next. Pat, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Woohoo! Cindy loves bingo. Already registered. Thank you, Cindy. Linda in Idaho. Good morning. By the way, I forgot to say good morning to you. Spotlight on Nature dies are Janet's favorite thing in the new catalog. They're all these circles. They're awesome. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I think I said enough about the paper share. I would recommend adding on the party. It's just a little bit extra. Here's a little graphic we made. Neither one of us have designed our cards yet because we've been busy. We were both on the incentive trip, which was amazing, but so now we've been busy. But I'm sure we'll get it done by Sunday. Okay, so I just want to tell y'all these papers. Oh, by the way, I got a swap. Yeah, I'm gonna show my swaps real quick later. But I got a swap with this Mediterranean Blooms designer paper. You got to get this paper. Don't think it's just oranges and lemons. This Mediterranean part, yep. Look at these patterns on the back. Ooh, it's gorgeous. It's like tile, like blue and white, navy blue and balmy blue tile. This is the one in a swap. I think I received that swap. Anyway, they're gorgeous. Okay, so let me move all this paper out of my way now. So that was the paper share, the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. Don't forget about that. It's going to be awesome. Genevieve Co. lives in Canada. You may still be able to sign up with her, but you need to ask Genevieve. And then for me, you can sign up through, let me check my registration. My info sheet. Of course, I don't have it bolded on here. I may not have my deadlines. The deadline is coming up. It's coming up. But I think it's a little later because the event is June 1st. So I think the deadline's a little later than paper share and stuff. It might be like Thursday. Next Thursday, maybe the 16th, I think, is the deadline for the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. So what is this? This is an online event. We have a Facebook group. You complete your projects by PDF tutorial. We will be using the Country Flowers bundle. You will make 10 projects, half designed by Genevieve, half by me. You'll get, of course, a goodie bag of product, PDF tutorials. And then in the Facebook group, you can participate in games and activities throughout the day on June 1st. But you don't have to be there to complete your projects. If you're busy that day, don't worry about it. It's fine. You can just catch up by Sunday to get entered to win tons of prizes. Then we have 2 optional add-on classes. I'm doing one with the Country Birdhouse, which is on my list to play with, as y'all were talking about, coming up quick because that's on my list of design. I have them in order of importance. Let me grab Country Birdhouse because it's so awesome. I'm sure you've seen that one. It's already been out for a while. We could pre-order it, so people are posting samples already, but I have not used mine yet. And of course, there's a bundle. You can make a birdhouse out of dies and all that stuff. And then Genevieve's class is the Adventurous Sky, the airplanes. Super cute. So you can take her class only, my class only, camp only, or mix and match. So just click the link. You can also get the tutorials only, all the stuff. Just click the link. If you're not on my email newsletter list, make sure you are. Click the link right now. It's up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube, and there is a link to join my email newsletter. I have an email that goes out at 1 p.m. I'm going to throw my sweater, but there's nothing to throw it on. 1 p.m. after my videos on Thursday that has the links at the bottom to all of these events. Okay, coming soon, Retreat in a Box in June. I do have one, and October. The info for that will be coming out soon. I do that with April McCrite. And in-person retreats, I believe the next one will be March 2025. So we got to get the info for that out to you as well. We're actually waiting on the retreat center. I'm going to write myself a note to check with them. We're waiting on the retreat center. Rockin' R. I'm like, what is the name? I need to touch base with them. Okay. And then, of course, there's the crafting cruise. Last but not least, on my events, you can join me and April McCrite on a crafting cruise in January, at the very end of January 2025. Goes into the first couple of days of February. Here's some pictures from our last cruise. Everybody gets tons of gifts. You get like a gift every day, including a t-shirt. There's some of the people from the cruise who were our crafting guests, but you can bring anyone you want, spouses, children, friends, partners, like whoever you want to bring, you can bring, and they don't have to do the crafting portion. Let me see if there's another picture. You get your own half of a table, Plus, we have separate class tables. I'm going to see if that's the last picture. Yep, that was the last one. So, and it includes 6 awesome classes. So, if you want more info on that, let me know, or sign up for the email newsletter where all the links are. And I do have links for that now for the info in YouTube, and I'll add it later today in Facebook. Okay, so, but just join the email. You can email list and you'll get an email at 1 o'clock today. Okay, so next up is specials, Stampin' Up! Specials. And the most important special we have going on right now is this amazing starter kit deal for $120 for $99. For $99, you can choose $125 in any current merchandise you like, including obviously everything available from the new catalog. But also online exclusives, all the stuff. So I'm going to point the camera down for a minute. In addition, what is special is you pay $99, you pick $125, and you get all this stuff right here for free. You would pay me $82 plus tax plus shipping for this. For the $125, you would also pay me $125 plus tax plus shipping. And then you get a free paper pumpkin kit, a past one. So that's, you would pay $24.50. So you'd pay $231.50 plus tax plus shipping. You pay plus shipping plus tax, shipping tax. This is Texas numbers for taxes. Yours may be different in your state. So that's about $278 that you would pay me to get all of the stuff. What you do pay is $99 plus tax, free shipping. So that's about $107. That's almost $200 worth of free merchandise with the starter kit special. Multiple people have joined. Let me fix this thing that's on the screen there, that little graphic. I need to make it go away. I always forget to click that. Anyway, oh, that's not the one. Is it this one? Nope. Now we got a Twitter on there. Okay. When you join, there is no obligation to sell or buy, but of course you can get your discount. I have a full list of lots of the perks of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on my blog, stamptherapist.com, and including, like, we have team monthly crafting Zooms, in person and Zoom monthly team meetings. Of course, the free team Facebook group where we have creative challenges every week, as well as all my tutorials are put on there for free. Of course, you get perks, tons of perks from Stampin' Up! Discount, seeing stuff early, ordering it first, all the things. And you get, like, I have recognition, training programs, all that stuff. Okay. What this is that you're getting free is all of the, not all, but a ton of the new In Color products for free. So you will get every single new In Color ink pad, Peach Pie, I gotta read, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. Okay, I don't have my labels on there, so here we go. You will get an assorted 8.5 by 11 pack of cardstock. How many of each color? 4, I think. 4 of each color. The new, that's why this paper wasn't in that stack earlier. The new In Color 6x6 designer paper, which is gorgeous. And the In Color markers, which are the Stampin' Right markers, not the blends. So all that's free. No obligation. You're not tricked. No, you don't have to buy after you do it. No, you don't have to sell or do a video or any of that stuff. But you will have opportunities to take advantage of if you want. So that is the starter kit special. I recommend you do it. Lots of people have joined our team already this month, and you are personally invited by me to join. So yeah, take advantage. Take advantage. I know, right, Janet? She says, if I wasn't already a demonstrator, I would definitely join now. This is a fabulous deal. I agree. If you are a demonstrator, in case you don't know, no, you can't buy the starter kit again. So I've been a demonstrator 22 years. There was not a special when I joined. I joined in November of 2001. Right after, I had never heard of Stampin' Up, so I didn't know about Celebration or anything. Celebration happened in January. I was like, oh, I could have got a special, but it was fine. And nor have I ever been able to take advantage of a join special. So that's not a thing. But your friends and family and customers can. Yes, Amy. Amy got her kit just this week, or she joined this week. I know you don't have your kit yet, but it's coming. Hey, Corinne. Good morning, Xana. Good morning to you. Yes, Xana. Woohoo! 2026. You better be there. Xana and Jane in Norwich. Good afternoon to you guys. Bonnie in Central New York. Good morning. Lori. Good morning. France. Good morning. France was on our last cruise. Do you recommend it for everybody, France? Jane in Norwich. Love it. Amy can't wait for Jen and Jen Camp. It looks like Italy. Exactly. That paper I showed earlier, that Mediterranean paper looks like Italy. Exactly. It's so pretty. Okay, Terry, come on. I just need y'all to design for me, and I'll create the emails. The cruise is awesome. Thank you, Amy. Yes, Amy's been on the cruise as well. Oop, hold on. Deborah, good morning from Tennessee. You survived the storms, thank goodness. Janet joined while there was a special. I got a free family of ink pads in addition to the kit. That was almost 6 years ago. I love it. Yes, they do some good specials. But even like I joined because I found out about it. It's a long story. I won't go into it now, but not because I found out about it. I was trying to find it. But anyway, I didn't know about anything and I just joined, and it's been, of course, the best decision I ever made. Okay, so we talked about the kit special. Next up, I just want to make sure everyone knows, in case you didn't know, if you were, and I'm sure you do know this, but if you were a close to my heart customer, they unfortunately had to close their doors. If you were a customer, this is only for people who was a customer or a maker, which means you would have had an email account with them where you could buy stuff. Stampin' Up! Has limited product right now. This is what we had as of yesterday, and I just took these very fast screenshots that they brought over from Close to My Heart that only past Close to My Heart customers and makers can purchase. So you can purchase these from me in my online store if your email is linked to a Close to My Heart account. And Stampin' Up! Can verify that, and if you have trouble, we can call them. But anyway, so I just want to make sure you guys knew that. And then of course, it's unfortunate that they had to close their doors. Many of the makers have joined Stampin' Up, which is awesome for us and hopefully for them. But the good news for our product line is by September, Stampin' Up will have more scrapbook products coming out. And it's, I don't even know. Like, they're bringing over some Close to My Heart things. I don't know if they're designing also our own. I don't know about the colors. I don't know all those details, but they told us by September we'll have a small offering, and then it will just keep growing from there. So that's good for everybody, but especially me, because I have a scrapbook club. So if you want more info about my scrapbook club, let me know. It's also just a monthly class you can take. And by September, we'll have some new products that we can incorporate into our scrapbooking. So that's awesome. And yeah, if you want to purchase any of that stuff, you technically can, because we've brought some over and some have already sold out. It's very limited quantity. That's why our regular customers, and including myself, cannot just purchase them. This is to support those who were already Close to My Heart customers. So there we go. Thank you, Stella. Oh, that was so sweet. Janet, it keeps changing you to iPads. It's so funny. Your phone or your device is like, no, iPads. But I knew you meant ink pads. Okay, so next up, let me see. I do have an order special this month. I'll tell you about in a second. And then I thought y'all might want to see some of the stuff I got in Mexico, and then I ran out of time for organizing it. So I have literally a box down here. Just want to say thank you again to my team and my customers, because that's how I earned the incentive trip to Mexico, is with sales and team members. So thank you guys very much. And I did not have time to organize this, but Stampin' Up. So any demonstrator can earn the incentive trip, less than 1% due. But it's your choice. If you want to work towards it, anyone can earn it. If you earn it, it's a trip for you plus one person, 100% paid for. They pay for everything. Now, if you decide to buy something extra while you're there, that's out of your pocket. This particular trip, we literally spent no money because, Janet, you're cracking me up. Because it was an all-inclusive resort, which is not always. Although an incentive, like a cruise, all your meals are included, but not alcohol. This resort included everything. Alcohol, snack, like everything. But anyway, what was my point? It was awesome. Oh, so what Stampin' Up! Did this time that was different than they've ever done before is they always usually give us gifts every day. And then the last couple years, they've mailed those gifts ahead of time. This time, they had a room on day one, and you walked around the room like to these stations and picked your gifts. So there were different colors of bags to pick from. I chose this color, much more subdued, but they had bright colors, all the stuff. It's like a beach bag, got a little Stampin' Up! Logo on it. Oh, it's black on black, but anyway. And not what's in here is everything we got. I'll show that later. Actually, this is my food item. I was wondering where those were. Okay, so that's the bag. Yeah. It's awesome. It's very sturdy. And there were many different colors to pick from. If you saw my picture, you saw that. And then, what else did we get from them? We got 3 packing cubes. And you could pick the colors you wanted, so you could mix and match or get one color. So I did get the purple because they didn't really have a pink one. But they had other color schemes to pick from. What else did we get? Oh, we got to pick 2 from many handmade things. The ladies were sitting there hand making these like charms, door charms, hang them from your bags, etc. There were a bunch of different things, but I chose these. And they're handmade, and the ladies were sitting there making them as we were choosing them. So we got that. You got to pick your spirit animal, and I don't know if this is mine. I'm not going to tell that story. Yeah, I got this. See, and I haven't looked up what it means, but I got an owl. So if anyone wants to look up what an owl means for a spirit animal, that was my spirit animal. You couldn't see what it was. You just had to pick. So we got our spirit animal. We got a fan. Gorgeous fan. Stampin' Up! Logo. Now, I got pink. Of course. Scott was like, oh, you should get blank. I was like, no, I'm getting pink. Hello. What else did we get in that room? Because my stuff is all mixed up. This picture frame, and there were different designs. It's like ceramic, so it was breakable. I was nervous, but I got it home. And there were different designs to pick from. Made in Mexico. I can't remember if there was anything else in that room. I'm trying to picture it. But anyway, that was a lot. So we picked all that. And then, let me stick this back in this bag. Then we got to go in the little hospitality room, and they had treats from Mexico in there each day. And you get to spin a wheel and win a prize. So I won the Full of Life 12x6x6 designer paper, which, yay. The painted lavender stamp set, the black and white very vanilla ribbon. There were some stickers. I don't know where mine are. I got stickers that say like Stampin' Up! And something else. Maybe something else. I can't remember. That's like 4 days. That might be it. Anyway, those are just free extra prizes. So yay. In our room one night, I think the first night, we got this card, which I'm going to show it close up because it's embossed with a new embossing folder. These strips of designer paper. which gives it a very Mexican style flair. And then it was like a Mexican cheese plate that was delivered to our room. When we went back from wherever we were, it was in there. At the general session, they gave us I think this is a brand new kit called Expressions of Kindness, which I should open, so I'll put that over there. Every night in the hotel room, not everybody got this, but I guess it would depend on, I don't think it was a better room. It was a better room service person. Every single night we got these little baskets with treats inside, and a little card, which I'm looking at right here, telling about the treats. Okay. What it is. Take me home. So it wasn't like stealing. They told us to take it. So there's candy inside each of these, and I wouldn't let Scott eat it. I was like, these are going home with us first. We're going to save them for home. Or it might not all be candy. I don't even know, because I wasn't going to eat it there. What else did we get? Before we left, oh, here's another one. The candy fell out of this one, but here's another one. Before we left, we got luggage tags, which I did not use. I don't know why. I always use them, but I didn't this time. And we got 4 of these, and they are luggage tags. So I will use them. I just didn't want them to get messed up on this trip. And a little pin that says like Mexico, the incentive trip pin. They mailed that to our house. How are y'all doing with this? Is this boring? Stampin' Up does do a great job schooling us, Bonnie. Yes. Owl symbolizes wisdom, insight, intuition, and independence. Thank you, Janet. That might be correct, but I don't think I have that much wisdom. Also, wealth, prosperity, good luck, and fortune. Okay, I need that. I need all of that. So yes. Oh wait. Okay. Yes, mystery, intelligence, and protection. I'll invite you to see clearly in the dark. Ability to unmask deception. Okay, that could be true. And guide people to see beyond the obvious. Very interesting. I should have Googled it before. I did need a truck, Cindy. But if you ever earn a Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, you should know. Leave room in your suitcase or bring an extra bag. You got to do that. Okay. Also, in the hotel room, they provide, I'm looking down in the box. They provide, or they give you this bag. There's a little note that says, take me home. This hotel is amazing, by the way. If you need to go on a Mexican vacation, Hotel Ixcret, Mexico. When I say it's all-inclusive, I've never been to such an all-inclusive resort ever. Okay, so they give you that bag. In your room are 2 huge water bottles. They came in pink. I think that's the only color they come in. We didn't use ours there. Look at this lanyard. It's very long. You can do it like a side purse thing. Comes with the lanyard. So you get that. It tells you you can take it. That's part of your fee. By the way, it's not a cheap resort. So it's not cheap. So you get what you pay for sure. On the final event, Stampin' Up paid for us to receive these bottles. And by the way, if you got one of these and you haven't seen this on one of our Stampin' Up Facebook groups, do not put this in the dishwasher. Somebody, I think 2 people did, and their bottles shrunk down to about that big. That big. Don't put that in the dishwasher. Hand wash only. But that's pretty cool. So we got that. Plus we got a show. Plus we got like a whole party. It was amazing. They had alcohol at the party. It was crazy. And then I have other stuff here, but I think that's all. I'm looking here. I think that's pretty much what we got. Free. Oh, I want to show you this album. But anyway, besides that, and then I did swaps, so I have that as well. Okay, so there you go. If you ever want to try to earn an incentive trip. They also do a general session one day that you don't have to go to, but I always do, where they give us information. Like we got some stats and stuff. We got to see some new product early. Shelly Gardner and Sarah did a stamping demonstration. Like, it's fun. Okay, so there we go. Thank y'all very much. Hey, Martha, good morning. It was amazing. Yes. Oh, one of the gifts they gave us too, the other gift was the photo package. So at this resort that's all inclusive, you can buy the photo package, but they gave it to us free. And on your wristband, which gets you into your room, I guess that's the main thing. Also, you scan it on this little thing and then you pose for pictures, and it takes your picture with these professional cameras and lighting and everything. The angle's already figured out. And that's where a lot of those pictures I posted are from, which y'all have seen from other demos, I'm sure. So that was one of the gifts, though. They gifted us that photo package, which I don't even know how much it cost. I didn't look it up, but that was pretty amazing as well. Okay, let me check my notes. So definitely, if you're looking for a good resort in Mexico, I don't know if there's one better. You fly into Cancun. Included with your fee, if you stay at that resort, is transportation from the airport to the hotel and back, plus transportation to like 7 theme parks that you can go to. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so there we go. That is my story on that. I will show you this album, that kit, and the swaps. So I'm going to point the camera down now. And I knew this video would be long today, so I apologize. But thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. I live vicariously through all who achieve the trips. I get so excited for y'all. It also motivates me. Thank you, Mary Jo. And yes, definitely motivating. Thanks, Anna. Thank you, Amy. Thanks, Stella. Oh my gosh. That is funny because I had not Googled about the owl. Okay, I'm going to point this camera down now. Here we go. And I'm going to show you some more stuff. Where's the button? So it looks kind of ugly right now, but so I wouldn't forget. First of all, I will show you this. So we received this in our room on the last night. And I turned it over and I read what it was, which is our black album. And I was like, okay, I have that. And I didn't open it. And then other people were like, don't you love the gift? And I was like, it's fine. And they're like, I was like, should I have looked inside? They're like, yeah, you should have looked inside. So if you haven't seen this yet, it's really cool. We do sell this album, and then we sell the page protectors separately. They're both very inexpensive. And I use this album on my cruise every year. Me and April do an album with this for customers with this book. But anyway, I didn't realize, oh, there's my stickers, that Stampin' Up! Had made a Memories and More pack for the Mexico trip and pre-loaded it in here. Someone had to manually do 300 and something of these, I'm assuming. I don't know how many people actually went on the trip. Over 300 and something people, almost 400, earned the trip. But they didn't all go for whatever reasons. So anyway, however many went, they had to load this up. Is this not amazing? So you can just pop in your pictures. They gave us the photo package. You just need to print them. You can order more page protectors. And so if you put a picture here, move that cart, to another one, etc. I have to look up what these words mean. Oh, adios. And then, so cute. Then there's, y'all know, well, our old Memories and More came with stickers. The new ones don't actually, but there's 4 sticker sheets here. I'm reading Playa. Anyway, 4 sticker sheets. And then these are the stickers they gave away in the hospitality room on the last day. And I was like, oh, I'll put those in my album. So that was an awesome, very personalized custom gift they gave us the last day, which was awesome. Holy guacamole. Exactly. I wish April and I could print a custom Memories and More pack for our cruises. That'd be awesome. But I bet we probably couldn't afford that. Well, also, where would we do it? I have no idea, but that would be cool. Okay, let's look at this Expressions of Kindness kit. I think it's new. Ooh, gorgeous. They gave us this at the general session, which is where they have a little meeting. All the corporate people talk to us. They answer questions. Shelly and Sarah talk and or do demonstrations. And then they usually sometimes give us a little gift when we leave the room, which is what they did this time. So you can buy this kit now, assuming it's still available. Our kits are always while supplies last. So don't never wait. Expressions of Kindness. It's gorgeous. It is a stamping kit. I think it's out now. Honestly, I need to look. But so there is a stamp set included. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Just a note. Kind. Ooh, I can't read it. Kindly delivered to. That's cute. And then a couple of like background type images or floral, whatever that is. Some gold foil, gorgeous envelopes, gorgeous card bases with foil. Ooh, that one doesn't have foil, but it's gorgeous. Here's where you stamp your greetings. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. These gems here, they're like gold glitter. Of course, dimensionals. There's a clear block in there, dimensionals and glue dots. A white ribbon and a Blackberry Bliss ink pad. Let me check it. I'm just going to make sure. Hey, Mary Ellen in Montana. Tommy Asta to Proxima means until next time. Thank you so much. Yes, Bonnie, beautiful kit. Okay, I'm going to look up this kit, this other kit real quick. I can find Stampin' Up. Here we go. What's it called? Expressions of Kindness. Oh, maybe it's not available. Maybe it's not available yet. I don't remember what they told us. Expressions of Kindness. Okay, I don't see it. Well, maybe it's coming soon. I can't remember. If anybody was on the trip and they remember what they told us, let me know. So I guess it's coming soon. Maybe the June kit, or I don't know how to type words. I'm not sure what the deal is. Because I think if it was sold out, it would still be like show currently unavailable. So anyway, let me put this here so I can remember that. All right, there we go. Let's get started with these. Oh, wait. No, I got to show you all these cards real quick. So I did 2 card swaps. One was with a small group, but a couple of people didn't come. So I have 3 new card samples plus the one. Oh, actually, I don't want y'all to see that one yet. Crap. These 3 card samples right here from one of the swaps I participated in. And then beautiful new In Color designer paper, free with the starter kit special. That's the set Genevieve's using for the camp. And then of course a cute cow one, also new In Color designer paper. And then this is the general swap. So I'm gonna throw some trash away. Hold on. Actually, I have to put it in recycling because I'm crazy. When you participate in the swap on the incentive trip, you just make 26 cards. They keep one and you get 25 random ones back. So these are the 25 random ones I got. This is the stamp set I'm using today. Layers of Beauty. Then I thought I had these in order, but maybe not. Anyway, that's the Thoughtful Expressions. New In Colors. That's also the Thoughtful Expressions dies there, which we're using on that sampler. This feels really thick. This is Carol Hickman. Scrapinium. Anna Hellman. Okay. Oh, it feels super thick. Okay. Terry Brinkman. I'm just going to show these quickly. Lori Heiling, I believe is how you say her last name. Oh goodness. Sarah, Creating with Sarah. Robin's Stampin' Hood. This uses an awesome new embossing folder, Holly Sutton Botla. Look at that folder, so good. Anastasia Radloff. I'm having trouble reading today. That set is on my list. Renee Conkey Oshkosh. Oh, no. Renee Conkey. Gorgeous. The cute little things. Alexandra Grape or Grape. Oh, the name is backwards on that one. I can't see it. It's upside down. Creativity Cave. That is Dina Rico. My friend Dina. Me and Dina both, hopefully she doesn't care if I say this, we both chickened out of the zip lining. Michelle Theriault. That kit is pretty, right, Corinne? Stephanie Flaff. This one's so pretty. Don't see a name there. So pretty. Here's that paper. Here's that one where I was like, ooh, I got to get that paper ASAP. That is Susie Wood. Also my friend Susie. Gorgeous. Melissa Purswell. More airplanes. Karen Titus. The Stampin' Crew. Airplanes. Kelly Enter. This paper is so pretty. Kylie. Ooh, I didn't realize I got Kylie Bertucci swap. Look how fancy I am. Karen Braxton. By the way, I have another swap with that. It's a long story, but I got it in the mail late. Evie. So I didn't have that last week. Donna Gray. Ooh, I got Donna Gray's swap also. And Fanny might be French. Fanny. Okay, so there's all my swaps. Now we can get started. So I'll tell you about this bundle real quick. It is the Layers of Beauty bundle. Hopefully you guys like seeing all that stuff. I did, Gail. I got some awesome swaps. Layers of Beauty stamp set is photopolymer. It's one main large floral image, and then basically 4 really tiny, smaller accent floral images, or you could use them alone. A single flower with 2 leaves. By the way, the florals are mostly roses. It's like 3 big roses and then some, it's like a bouquet, I guess, or a spray. I don't know. So some little flowers that look more like a daisy style flower, but they're really tiny, small, and some buds and leaves, all kinds of stuff in that big one. And then there's basically like the daisy style flowers for the smaller ones, one with 2 and about 4 leaves and one with 1 and a couple little leaves. There's just a single little leaf and a single little sprig with some buds on it. Die cutting, you can cut out the entire floral image. This is not actual size on the front here, so it's a lot bigger. You can cut out a single flower from the floral image with 3 leaves, 1 single, the largest flower plus 3 leaves. And then I'm assuming here, yep, cut out, yep, all of the other stamped images. They are a little larger than they appear on the front of this case, but not crazy larger, as you can see. And then there are these standalone dies. There's one, a stem with 5 long skinny leaves. It's just not big at all. The whole thing is 1.5 inches tall. Then there's a single with just 2 leaves, just like those, but smaller, like 3/4 of an inch tall leaves only. There's a nice little tag with piercing on the edges, and it punches a hole, and it's 1.5 by a 1/2 inch tag, and then 2 separate dies that cut out more detailed leaves. It's like they're a little shorter and fatter. And when you cut it, it's going to cut out little holes in the where the veins go. So there's one with 2 and one with 5. The biggest one is only 1.5 inches tall, so still small. Okay, should have taken a picture of that, but didn't. So there we go. Those are the dies. That was it's called Layers of Beauty, and there's 11 dies. And then the stencils, I'll show you when I use the stencils on the last card, but they're just like the stencils for the other stencil set. Well, I can't think of the name right now, which I did on a video, but of course it's a different look. They're a different type of flower, all the stuff. So I will be demonstrating how to use the stencils on this one, but later. So that is the suite and bundle. I'm also using the Unbounded Beauty designer paper, which I already showed on last week's video. Okay, so next, or what I'm going to do first is find my packet. Where did I put the paper? Okay, this is my online order special for, what my camera has a funky angle. This is my online order special for May 2024. When you place an online order with me in May of $25 or more with the monthly host code, you see it right there on the screen, you will receive the class packet to make 4 cards mailed to you in June. We cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything we can. You will stamp and assemble at home, and I'll also send you a PDF tutorial in addition to this video instruction. If that order is $50 or more, you'll get the In Color Shimmer Gems for free. They're currently out of stock, but they should be back in stock in time. However, if they are not, I will just substitute something else, and I may substitute the other In Color Gems because they're coming in stock sooner than these. And I always reserve the right to substitute because of inventory issues. Okay, so 50 or more gets you the packet plus the In Color Gems. 150 or more gets you both, but don't use the host code in that case. You will be a host. You will get at least $15 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up! When you do that. I hope that all made sense. So basically, you can earn this class packet free if you choose from me in the month of May. Okay, so I got some of the stuff I'm going to need for the cards in here, but here is the first card we're going to make, card number 1. This one has a basic black card base. And then I have 2 pieces of basic white cardstock here that are the same size. So first, my card base is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half. You take your 8.5 by 11, cut it in half either direction, and when you fold it in half, it fits into the invitation size envelope, which is the medium envelope from Stampin' Up! We have white, we have clear. I like clear personally best, but we do have white as well, which I think is currently temporarily out of stock. When I say something's out of stock, it's coming back. If I say it's gone, that's a different story. But temporarily out of stock. Let me see if they still are. Actually, they are in stock. Somebody was starting rumors on a website online. Let's see. Yeah, they are in stock, y'all. They're in stock. I'm just like, why was that person posting that? Okay. So we have white and clear. I like clear. Fold it in half, and in this case, I'm going to set it aside. This will be a portrait style or layout of a card. Then I'm going to take one of these pieces of white. By the way, I put all of the measurements on the blog at 11 a.m. Central, which will be before this video finishes. Most probably, but we'll see. I'm going to put my thing here so you can see the blog address, stamptherapist.com. If you want to check out how to keep your Stampin' Up! Inventory, go to mystampinstuff.com. But oh, Okay, I'm trying to get everything back. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm back. My computer literally turned off. So I gotta hook it back up the other camera. Can y'all hear me? Woo! My computer just turned off. I'm gonna enter studio. Hold on. I have to hook all the cameras back up. Settings. 1 moment. Add to stage. Muted. Unmuted. Okay. Let me know if everything's okay as far as I'm not echoing sound. You can hear me. I'm not echoing. You can hear me and you can see my stamping station. Thank you, Amy. Woohoo! Okay. That was crazy. The screen just went black and it literally turned off. I don't know why. That always freaks me out that now everything's going to die on my computer and whatever. But we'll just keep going. Okay, so I have this, what I think I was in the middle of saying on stamptherapist.com. Measurements will be on there at 1 p.m. Central. However, both of these pieces of paper are the same size. One, it matters. One, it does not, because we're going to die cut these flowers out. I'm going to stamp these flowers in Memento Black ink, and this is my Memento Black ink pad that I made, and I showed you or talked about how to do that on the April 4th video, April 4th at 56 minutes and 39 seconds, if you want to go watch that. But this is an empty white ink pad that I filled with Memento Black ink, and I like it. Now, it may be, I did that on March 24th, and we're in May, and it might need re-inking. I'm not sure, so we're going to test it. Side note, well, let me see how this stamps. I have my glass mat here, but I also am one of those people that is like, my tables, well, you can't see it here, but my tables at home are super firm and hard that I stamp on. And so normally I don't need anything extra to like under my stuff to stamp on. But I was using, so that looks perfect. We'll see when I stamp thicker images. I was stamping those dad cards, and the word dad is really thick, and it kept coming out a little uneven. And finally I was like, let me just try it and get my glass mat. And it made such a huge difference. I was like, oh. So sometimes that glass mat or the Stampin' Pierce mat is what you need to get a clear image. Usually my tables are fine. Like 99.9% of the time they're fine. Anyway, that was a random side note. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Thanks, Stella. Woohoo, no echo. Yes. Because anyway, there is a way I can accidentally echo, but I always fix all that before we start. Okay, so this is my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to die cut out these flowers. I stamped it in Memento Black. That's it. We're going to die cut it out. So you just lay the cardstock. This is just how I like to do it. I never do this off of the machine because then when I pick it up and move it and set it down, the stuff shifts. So I leave the cutting plates on the machine. It comes with instructions, but I have number 1, then number 2, then one of the number 3s. You see the number 3 right there. And I only cut on one plate. So this one's the one I cut on both sides. If it starts to curve, immediately flip it. And it should stay flat. Look how, let me show y'all how flat mine is. This is my bottom plate, and I've had it forever. And I will eventually need to replace it, but it stays flat. And then I keep one for the top. Same thing. I really don't flip the top one just because it's not needed, but if I start to see a little curve, I'll flip it over. I don't know who did this to it, but not me. But I never cut on this one. It just gets little things on it from the pressure and all that. Okay. That's my little tips on that. And then I'm just going to align this as best I can. All of the stamped images. And die cut it out. Just run it through one time. You do not need to go through twice. It is unnecessary. You should get a nice image if you aligned it well, which mine's a little off, but it's fine. And that's that. I'm just checking for excess paper that's stuck in there because you want to take that out immediately. I will be die cutting on the next card as well. Actually, on the next two cards, but anyway. Okay, so now we have this, and what I'm going to do is cut it in half. I got this idea from the other stamp set with the stencils that someone made. I think it was someone in my team, I think. So you have the whole stamped image, colored or not, and you cut it in half. I'm trying to, it doesn't have to be matched up, but I'm trying to match it up to my other image. Hold on, I'm going to do it this way. What do we have here? It doesn't have to match perfectly, but I'm getting myself paranoid that I'm going to mess this up on this video. Why? Okay, it's that. But in general, you should just throw it on here and cut it in half. So, but we're going to have about one of these leaves, the 4 leaves here at the top, one of this leaf, and most of these leaves here, if you want it to look like mine. Cut it in half. Now you have 2 pieces. It's really simple. I didn't even measure anything when I made my sample, but you know, when you make a second one and you want it to look like your sample, you get a little more paranoid. Okay, then we have this piece of white, which again is the same size, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it's to go on the front of the card here. You have the little black border. And I'm going to place these 2 cut apart pieces of the flower back on that white piece like that. So the top one I'm scooting to the right because of the way the flowers come down, and the bottom one I'm scooting to the left a little. Just obviously you don't want to hang it off the page. And this will get glued down, but before I glue it, I want to add my greeting. Could you have a simpler card? So simple, so elegant. Stella, what'd you say? Memento. Oh, yes. So, Gail, on April 4th at 56 minutes and 39 seconds, you can skip to that part of that video where I can't remember. I don't think I demonstrated it, but I talked about it. I bought a white uninked ink pad, which we still sell. And I used my Memento ink refill, which I already had, of course. And I just made this pad. If you watch that video, I recommend you watch it because you'll see only the middle portion is inked up. I have not re-inked it once since March 24th, but the ink has spread to the edges as I've tapped things on here. So yes, you can only buy it in white, and it will come with a white ink refill. So it costs a little more, but then I'm like, okay, I have a white ink refill now. That's cool. It's fine. Came with this. And of course we sell Memento refill. Almost no one else does, but we do. Now you have to tap on this just like a colored ink pad. You cannot press hard. It is foam, but you get a better image in my personal opinion. You get a better stamped image. I still have a ton of the other ones, and I use them for my events because I'm not going to buy 50 of these for my events. Personally, this is the one I use now. This is just my personal ink pad. Okay, so I want my greeting to go over here on the right. I'm going to put, I didn't even read the words. I just remembered that. I forgot to read the words from the stamp set. So, Layers of Beauty, Comes with the floral and then the 4 small floral and 4 greetings. We have happy anniversary in a cursive font. Happy is on top, anniversary on bottom. You make my heart smile, all lowercase typewriter. Grateful for you, grateful on top in cursive, for you, all lowercase typewriter on bottom. And God bless, which is a much smaller font. Here's how actual size. Anyway, God bless in the typewriter font, and of course the G is capital. So those are the words. I forgot to say it. And it has happy anniversary, and I think this is a perfect happy anniversary card. So I'm going to tap, 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 because this is a foam pad. It's Memento black ink. And I'm just going to stamp this over here on the right side in between these flowers. So I haven't glued them down yet in case I mess up. I can flip my paper over, but I need them there for positioning. I know, Bonnie. I wish I had thought of the cutting it in half idea myself, but I did not. I just realized I think, oh, no. I'm good. Thought I forgot something over here. Okay, so those are going to get glued there, but I'm going to tie some ribbon around this first. And I think I made a card like this before with the other set. I honestly can't remember if I did or I wanted to. It's one or the other. Where's the ribbon? So this ribbon, I made this card before we could order from the new, everything from the new catalog. So this carried over. It's the sheer silver and white sheer ribbon. You can purchase it now. It's gorgeous. It's literally white sheer with silver edges. So it's perfect for this card. But also this new one we have would look nice as well. Honestly, I think the sheer is better. But this is a new one, and it's an iridescent. I'm not going to use it today. Striped trim. Yeah, iridescent striped trim. I'm using that on the sampler, though. If you want to get like half a pack of this ribbon, take my sampler class. But anyway, okay, I keep kicking my Mexico gifts because I threw everything in the floor. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this ribbon all the way around the left side of this white paper where I stamped Happy Anniversary. Remember, it's portrait. And tie a bow toward the top here. And I'll be able to shift this if it's too high, too low. But toward the top, a little bit more toward the top than the bottom, because I know that's where it's going to fall. And I'm going to grab my reverse tweezers. You can get these in the Embossing Editions toolkit. And I'm actually going to flip the project upside down to tie the bow. Leave the ribbon attached to the roll so you don't have waste. If you end up with way too much on this end, you can untie it and start over or whatever. But when you trim it, you won't have any waste on that one side. Never pre-cut, especially for something like this. Then I'm just going to tie a normal bow. The tweezers just hold everything in place so I don't have to have 10 hands. And then you can take the tweezers out when it's tight enough, but you can still be adjusting the bow, of course, to whatever size you want. This ribbon makes a really nice bow, by the way. Look how elegant it looks for it. And I mean, that could be a card right there, honestly. Happy anniversary. Done. But we'll add the paper. Okay, so I'm going to trim this. Look, I have a sore throat today. Not a sore throat, but like scratchy. I don't know what's up. Okay, let me see where these flowers are going to go to see if I need to scooch the ribbon or not. I think I do want to go to the left a little bit more. You could also just grab it from the back and slide it up or down, but kind of, well, I don't know. Let me see if the bow is high enough or low enough. A tiny bit higher. Anyway, so you just mess with it and position it where you want, and then it's good to go. I think that looks good. We're good to go. So now I'm going to attach this white piece that has the ribbon tied around it to my card base. Stampin' Seal, of course, my favorite adhesive. I use the regular, not the plus. some on my glass plate, whatever this is called. I don't like that, so let me wipe it off. It's just you can't get this glass mat anymore, but we may bring it back while supplies last. But it's awesome. That chamois came with it. Anyway, I'm attaching that white with the tiny black border, and then I will use Stampin' Dimensionals on these two. Getting myself confused. These two flower pieces. So this card is actually really simple, but hopefully y'all like it. Of course, the flowers could be colored in, like it could have a whole different vibe if you had designer paper and the flowers were colored with the stencils or with blends, you know, all that stuff. It doesn't have to be black and white, but mine is black and white. Hold on, for some reason my brain forgot. Yeah, this one's going over to the left. I'm just aligning the bottom with the bottom white piece and also trying not to go over the edge there on the black, but I did a tiny bit, but it's fine. If you want a chance to win these cards, make sure you comment on the video. It does not matter if it's replay. As long as I haven't done the drawing yet, you'll be eligible to win. And if you share the video, I forgot to say this earlier, but comment that you shared and you'll get entered a second time. And that does help me out when you share the video, or comment, or like, or thumbs up, or subscribe, or follow. It all helps. So thank you very much. Okay, then I'm just going to finish off this card with some nice traditional rhinestone basic jewels. Again, I want to remind you, this is one of the cards in my free online order class. Let me sneeze. Hold on. Whew, for May. So this is one of the cards. You'll get the stuff to make it. You'll get the ribbon. You won't get the gems, though. And you can substitute any gems you want. So I'm going to use 3 of the small ones of these basic rhinestone jewels. They're just the clear ones. But one, this top left blank section, and a couple bottom right blank section below the words. And that is my finished card. What do y'all think? Thank you, Gail. Thanks, Terry. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Susie. Hey, Susie. Good morning. Bonnie, thank you. Thank you, Janet. Like I said, thanks, Mary Jo. I can't take credit for the idea of cutting it in half and putting one on top and one on bottom at all, but it was done where I saw it with that other stamp set, which is still a great one. Y'all should check that out as well. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name so hard, but that other one. Okay, the next card, let me grab my packet. Next one is a Petunia Pop card base. And then we have the, I realized like I scooted this so that you can't see my little website address right there. That's where you can go shop. This one has, Petunia Pop card base. Then I have a piece of basic white, a piece of the Unbounded Love designer paper. It's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and it is just a pattern of like splotches of petunia, summer splash, white, and peach pie. It's sort of like, I can't think of how I described it before, but almost like you spray painted these colors side by side and then put a little distressing on them. That's how it looks. A scrap of basic white, and then a pre-die cut basic white radiating stitches dies rectangle. So it has these little stitch marks on the edges, but they're different than our other stitch marks. They're like, I don't know how to describe it, but radiating stitches dies. If you don't have those, you should buy them before they sell out forever, because they randomly could. They're only found in the online store. And those are all my pieces. This is Petunia Pop. It's going to be a portrait card, and it's going to be a Z fold. So we're going to fold the front, fold it in half like normal. And then fold the front back all the way to the left in half. In half all the way to the left. So that's a Z fold, the simplest, easiest fun fold you can ever make. I make them all the time because it's so easy. And they're easy, not just literally physically easy, they're easy to decorate because you basically put a piece of white on the inside usually, a piece of designer paper on the front left, and an image in the center. So it's small to decorate, like it's easy. Okay, so I'm going to set aside the designer paper and card base and stamp on everything else. So I'm going to do the black first. So on this scrap of basic white, I am going to stamp the flower, which is the largest rose and 3 leaves that has its own die. So you can cut out the whole thing like we just did, or you can cut out only that one single flower, which that is an upgrade from the other stamp set that's like this. Did anyone put the name? Thank you, Cindy. Good morning, Susie. Oh, no, V, the puppies made you late. Those dogs like to do that. Sometimes a cat makes me late, so I get it. And I have dogs too. But okay, so I just inked up more than I need, and I'm going to lay this white here so I can just see easier. And let me grab a piece of scratch paper. Just because I don't want to get ink on my hands and rub here. You could stamp this down as well. Like, it's fine. It's just a little faster and easier. So now I have the one flower I need. That looks gorgeous. Just right there. Put that on a card. Put a black border. That's gorgeous. However, I'm going to die cut it out. I could never position that exactly like that on purpose. Yeah, let me just go ahead and die cut that out before I do the next steps. So everything will be the same as far as how I cut the other one out. I mean, it's the same thing. Leave it on the plate. You can't fully see this, but I just did a full die cutting demo, so rather than mess with the camera again, I'll let it be off screen a little bit. One time through is all it takes. And so you just get the single flower. And you really don't get any excess. You can't tell it was cut from a larger image, which I think is pretty cool that they were able to do it that way. Okay, and then I'm going to clean off this stamp and stamp it in another color. Grab my chamois. First, I'm going to pick up the chamois. We sell these. You just get it wet, squeeze out the excess, and it's ready to clean your stamps. Excess water, I mean. And normally, though, I leave it on the table and clean my stamps like this. This one's just huge. It does not come in this case, but we sell 4 of these for like $6 or $7, and then you can decorate it if you want. This was from our very first cruise that April and I did. This was one of the gifts. They got a chamois inside a case that we decorated, but that was a one-time deal. Anyway, and then when the chamois gets too much ink in it, you rinse it out in the sink, squeeze out all the excess water until the watercolor runs clear, and you are good to go with your chamois. But you can also put it in the washing machine, like your laundry washing machine if you want. Okay, I'm going to ink this up now in Petunia Pop. Right here. Petunia Pop. And you can ink it both, like I do not think it's necessary to do it upside down, but sometimes it's just a little more convenient to do it upside down. I'll just show that you don't have to though. Now what I'm going to do with the first one here, I'm going to stamp this twice. is I will ink up the entire stamp, even though I'm only going to use a portion. And I have the 4 by 5 1/4 white that's going to go inside the card, but the right front will show. And Petunia Pop's a new In Color, by the way. Get it free with the starter kit right now. I'm just going to position this where I want it and stamp a portion, and it's mainly of the larger flower on the bottom right-hand corner. Of course, this is photopolymer, so you can see exactly what you're stamping where. And Petunia Pop is a gorgeous new purple color. It's like, I don't know what you call that kind of purple, but it's some kind of purple, not just straight up purple. I mean, it's really pretty. I just don't know the name. Can't think of it. Okay, so that's going to look gorgeous inside this card, right? Bottom right-hand corner. Look at that. Don't even need to color it. And then on this piece here, table all wet, of, radiating stitches, I'm going to re-ink this whole thing in Petunia Pop. And this will be, it doesn't really matter, but at this moment, it doesn't really matter. But this will go up and down, portrait like the card, this piece of paper. I'm inking up the whole thing, and then I'm going to stamp it off completely onto scratch paper. Just stamp it once, and then I'm going to fully stamp it on. Yeah. I'm just going to fully stamp it right in the middle, so get as much of the paper covered with image as you can. So it'll be a light. Okay. I was afraid of that. That's darker than I wanted. Let me see if the 3rd generation is lighter. And I think I need to stamp it off twice. I will test it though. This is darker than my original sample. I made these like 2 weeks ago before I went to Mexico. And I didn't make a note. Okay, so what I did, I stamped it off, but I think I stamped it off twice. So I need to redo that. And then I put the greeting in full strength Petunia Pop down here at the bottom. This is grateful for you. Yeah, it's kind of muddy because that's so dark. So let me die cut another one of those real quick. But you get the idea. So stamp it off a little extra so the color will be lighter. This is also a brand new ink pad. If it was a little less new, maybe it wouldn't have done that. Let me cut a piece of white real quick and do it. But yeah, you get the idea. You just want it really a light background there so that the words will really show. And so that it's not a super stark white. Side note, while I'm doing this, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, did you see the video yesterday in Demonstrator Planning Place with, I'm going to blank on her name, but one of our DDMs, which is an employee that works basically for us demos. 1, 2. Anyway, she had like a panic moment because Elizabeth, she was trying to show something with die cutting and it wasn't working and it was funny because it's like me right now. It's like, this worked in practice. Okay, that's still even darker. Maybe I stamped it off so many times. I think it'll be fine. It was just funny. She had a panic on a live video where she was like, it's not working. Oh, it worked before. This will look good. This will look good. Okay, so stamp it off 1, 2, or 3 times, depending on the level you want. But it can go even lighter. I should have written. Let me see if I wrote it myself a note. Sometimes I do. No, I didn't. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now, this flower, I could use the stencil to color it if I wanted to, but I'm going to do that on the last card. By the way, if you get this free kit from me in the mail, you can use the stencil if you want. I prefer how the stencil looks, to be honest, on the coloring. But I'm going to use Stampin' Blends because I just am. Where did I put them? Right here. And so I'm using our new Petunia Pop and Summer Splash, which are colors from the Unbounded Love designer paper. So this is the dark Petunia Pop. Grab my reader. How are the comments doing? What do y'all think? Bonnie, I love it. Are you? Yes, Enduring Beauty. Thank you, Gail. Enduring Beauty is the other one that has the flowers and stencils and all that. I did a video a while back where I made that. Thank you, Amy. Hey, Hilda, thanks for sharing and thank you. I know, Marianne, the stencils make the coloring look so smooth. So I'm just going to add dark. This is, we stamped in Memento Black. My phone needs to shut up. We stamped in Memento Black, which is a water-based ink. So that's what you want for alcohol markers, which is what this is, alcohol. They're called blends because the inks actually blend together really smoothly when you layer them. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a call from Stampin' Up. Let me talk loud so they're calling me about an exchange I mailed in. Okay. It's so loud. Can y'all hear it? I added the dark, and then I am going to add light right on top. The colors blend together. Not the colors, but the two inks, or 3 or 4, or however many you use, are going to blend together beautifully because it's an alcohol marker. They're really distracting me with this loud voicemail. Whew, okay. Did y'all hear all that? And by the way, look how messy it looks right now. You just keep coloring and it smooths out. I am using Petunia Pop in case I didn't say that, just for the rose. Stampin' Blends. And yeah, you just keep coloring. I am using the bullet point, but you can totally use the brush tip and you'll get the same effect. You just might have to color a minute longer with the bullet. You can keep adding layers and layers. You can go back and add some dark and then go back and blend it out with some light. And you can use our color lifter and lighten up areas, fix little small mistakes, all the stuff. You can do all that. But anyone can color nice with Stampin' Blends. You don't have to be an artist. Oh my gosh, I can't see. So there we go. And then I'll use dark Summer Splash, new In Color, with first on the veins of these 3 little leaves, and then light. You can get way more advanced than I do with lots more shading. You can literally mix red and yellow or any other colors you want together, and one marker won't bleed onto the other marker. Do put the lids back on immediately after coloring because it is alcohol based. It's like a Sharpie and it will dry out fast. Okay, so there's my colored in flower. Simple. What was just crossing my mind that I wanted to say something. So this is going to go here. I'm going to put ribbon. See, I just think that's too muddy with how dark those flowers are. We're going to use this one. Still, I would like it a little lighter, but it's readable, so it's okay. Yeah, something crossed my mind that I wanted to say. I lost it. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this ribbon, actually, I'm going to add adhesive to the back of the rose. And then I'm going to add, this is the Petunia Pop In Color bordered ribbon. So all of the In Color ribbons this year, it's called bordered ribbon, and they look like this. And it comes in the 5 In Colors as well as basic beige. I'm trying to see the width. I think it's a 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch wide. Okay, so I put adhesive on the back of the flower, and I'm just going to fold this ribbon, stick it to the back, and fold it back and forth like that. and then cut off the one end. And that's what we're doing with that. Now you could be frugal and use 2 shorter pieces of the ribbon, but this is such a small area, I did not bother. Dimensionals right here. So I will add Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of the flower, and always make sure when you attach ribbon like this, you overlap the dimensionals onto the ribbon so that it helps hold it in place. And then the flower will go here on the rectangle where we stamped off the flowers. Let me attach the large white piece inside the card base. Let's see these comments. Hey, Tina, thank you. Thanks, Mary Jo. It's not loud enough. Oh, thank you, Gail. In here, like the phone is in the next room technically, but to me, it was like someone was yelling into the microphone. It was definitely messing up my concentration. Let's put it that way. Okay, and then we'll just put this on the front. Of course, you only want adhesive on the back left half. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals, but I always just flip the paper upside down, top to bottom, to be able to do that, to have a visual, to put the adhesive on the back, to have a visual of where to put it so that it doesn't go over to the right too far. And then that's all I need. I can now do the left side without that visual. And of course, I'm going to show you all the original card where the flowers are even lighter. But there is the, oh no, we're going to add gems. So remember, you get these gems free with if your order's 50 or more. So you can use those if you get them free, or you can substitute any gems you want if you get this free class packet from me. By the way, the shipping on the class packet is free. I do not charge for that. I just mailed the ones from April yesterday. And then they'll be getting those instructions soon. So I just added a couple of the Petunia Pop In Color Shimmer Gems, which you can tell I've used a ton of these, to the top right. I just added a large one and a small one to the top right white section that's on the inside technically, but it's exposed. Okay, so that is the finished card. Z-fold. And then here's the one where the flowers are much, much lighter on where I stamped off. And it looks like my coloring's a little different on the flowers too. Same colors of course, but all right. Hey, Corinne, thank you. Thank you guys. Thanks, Tina and Cindy and Bonnie and Amy. Okay, so one more card to go. So now we're going to use the stencils, do the whole thing. If you remember, I accidentally showed you this card earlier. But hopefully you weren't paying attention. I have my packets in a different place today, so I keep getting confused. Okay, so we have a basic white card base, 5.5, 8.5. We're just going to fold it in half. This will also be, so all 3 cards today are portrait. And the 4th one that I'll show you, but I'm not making, is portrait as well. And then inside this piece, we will have a piece of basic white to put the flowers on, so a nice big one there. To layer on the front of the card, a piece of Summer Splash cardstock, and then the Unbounded Love designer paper to go on top of that. This is a piece with Petunia Pop. Basically, well, the way I cut it, horizontal stripes, but they're not really stripes. They're like painted Petunia Pop with white distress, but it gives the illusion of horizontal stripes or vertical stripes, depending on how you turn the paper. It's white and petunia, though, with distressing. Then we have a 1/2 inch, or it might be 5/8 of an inch, depending on what scraps we grab for you. Both will look fine. Of basic white cardstock, just a strip there. And then a little 3/4 inch strip of the Petunia Pop In Color glitter paper. Hello. Gorgeous. And then a scrap of basic white. Okay, so remember now that I do need to clean that flower off because we're going to stamp the flowers in black on this card. The large flower. I didn't use the small flowers at all. Honestly, I probably never will. Because I find a really good sample to get inspired from. And then make sure it's kind of dry with some scratch paper. Okay, so first I'm just going to stamp these in black, and then I'm going to do the whole stencil thing. Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking, Janet. Bermuda Bay. Oh, I don't have Bermuda Bay, so I don't know. But I did want to compare it to Coastal Cabana. Like, I've pulled all my retired cardstock. It's not here anymore. This is Summer Splash. This is Coastal Cabana. Bermuda Bay is way darker than Coastal Cabana. Way darker. This is Coastal Cabana. This is Summer Splash. So definitely a difference. Because when I was coloring with this, I was like, that looks like Coastal Cabana. And let me grab just for so we can see it. Well, do we have a Coastal Cabana blend? Oh, we don't, I think. Where's Coastal? Oh, we don't sell a Coastal Cabana blend, so I can't compare the blends. But anyway, they are definitely different. I think on the video, it's not even showing the difference as much as it is in real life. But Bermuda Bay is a lot darker than Coastal, so that. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I mix those up? No, this is Summer Splash. Summer Splash is darker than Coastal Cabana. Hold on. Mix them up. Unopened pack. Coastal is the light one. Oh my goodness. I'm mixing everything up here. This is Coastal on the left. Summer Splash on the right. So Bermuda is going to be darker than Summer. It was way darker, in my opinion. Okay. Coastal Cabana, Summer Splash. I thought Coastal would have been darker. What about y'all? So Summer Splash, it's a good beach. What do you call that? I can't think of the word. Like if you have swimming pool pictures for scrapbooking, that's the color for the pool water and ocean water. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm just tapping the black all over here. I'm going to stamp this in black. It might be upside down. I can't remember to the stencils, but we'll fix it if it is. It doesn't matter. Just stamp it in black. You can stamp it in whatever color you want, by the way, for the stencils. It doesn't matter. Depends on the look you're going for. And then I will die cut that out later, just FYI. So the positioning didn't matter to me. Just as long as it's within the paper so that I can die cut the whole thing out. And then I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. And I want to show you, you can see where I did my original card with all these markings. So I'm going to turn this one over. Thank you, Leanne, for recycling your scratch paper. And what you want to do is, this is what I recommend. Grab a grid paper, Stampin' Up! Sells grid scratch paper. You could use your glass mat if you have one, but you'd need to use a Sharpie on it, which will come right off. That's no problem, but I'm just saying. Also, since I'm going to die cut this out, I don't care if I get pin marks on this white cardstock. So if you do, if it matters, use a pencil. And I'm just going to mark these corners where the paper is in case it shifts. But that's not really necessary if your paper is not going to shift. Then I'm going to tape it down. So I have washi tape here. We don't sell that anymore, but luckily I have a ton of old ones, and you probably have some washi tape or repositionable tape on hand. Also, because I'll be die cutting this out. If it like ripped my cardstock on top and bottom, it wouldn't matter. But anyway, I'm going to tape this down because you do want this paper to be in the same spot on your scratch paper the entire time you do the stencils. I also learned after the class where I did the stencils and they were making 4 of each card, you really need to do, in my opinion, one design with the stencils from beginning to end before you pull that off and do your second one. So if you're making 4 of the same exact card, you need to do steps 1 through 5 on the stencil, then put your next piece of paper down and do steps 1 through 5 and so on. Okay. Now, the stencils come in this nice little plastic container that say Layers of Beauty Decorative Masks. They're masks, not stencils. Excuse me. I always forget that. And I'm lazy, so when I'm going to keep using these or it's for a class, I just protect the color, the ink with scratch paper from getting on everything else. And I reuse the washi tape and I tape it to a piece of scratch paper and separate them that way. They are numbered. All your stencils will be numbered in the top left corner right below this triangle, which is important. So I'm starting with number 1. I don't think it affects how your card looks. For me, it affects the ease of my brain if I go in order. So with number 1, what you want to do first is figure out where your flowers are. And luckily, this stencil is pretty obvious, but see how I have my paper straight, but the stencil is so sideways. You may stamp yours different and figure out a better way. I don't know. I think you'd have to use a giant piece of paper. I'm not sure. But especially once you get used to these stencils, they're pretty easy to align. There's a thing covering up the center of these small flowers so that no ink will get there on this first one. These, which I would have thought were leaves, must be flower buds, so they are exposed to get whatever color you put on the flowers, although you could be more precise and put a different color there. And by the way, I think you could do that on any of these. You could be more precise with your, I'm going to use blending brushes. You could be more precise with them and use different colors on the different sections. And I have to do that on one of these, you'll see. However, for me, I'm just doing one color here. Okay, so I've got it taped down. Now, what you want to do is mark this triangle. Thank goodness this isn't going off my page. Like, fill it in, color it in all the way on your scratch paper. And then you'll align 2, 3, 4, and 5 on that triangle and then finesse and get it perfect. Okay. I thought yeah, you were right, Amy. See, you knew. Awesome. Bonnie and Amy loves the stencils. Yes, I bet you used them because you took that class where I did that, but she took it to go. Okay, I'm going to start with Petunia Pop. I, side note, would prefer to use small blending brushes for this, but all mine are dirty and I was lazy, so I'm using small and big. We sell small, we sell regular. You can use whichever ones you want. I'm using what's available. I'm going to the corners of my ink pads to get my ink. I don't like to go to the middle with sponges and blending brushes and all that because it just takes up all the ink I need for my stamps. There's plenty of ink on the edges and corners. I'm going to hold the stencil down just in case, and I'm going to start on the plastic stencil. See that big blob? I don't want that on my beautiful flowers. Start on the stencil, roll, and then roll on. This is the first layer of 3 for these flowers, so I'm not going to go super dark. Honestly, it's for me, it's already darker than I would want, but it will look fine in the end, trust me. You can pick up one side just so you don't have to do a lot of work to realign it, just to check. If it looks good, peel it off and move on. Hopefully you're seeing this is super simple. And like Mary Ann already mentioned, at the end, you're going to see that the coloring is so amazing. And for me, someone who's not artistic, it's coloring I could never do on my own. Okay, here's number 2. So what you do is align the triangle, but then look, like it's not perfect. So I thought the triangle was aligned, but let me fix it. And again, when you have them in front of you, you see that, oh yeah, it's easy. The triangle gives you that starting point. And this one, especially compared to the other one's not difficult. This one's even less difficult. So this one, just to show y'all, it exposes a new set right there that did not get any ink the first time. Why? I don't know. But FYI. I'm going to also do Petunia Pop on this one. So this is covering up some of the stuff we colored at first, and exposing some of it. Start off. You could do different colors. I'm doing all Petunia Pop. You could do like dark purple or light purple, darker, darkest, or mix yellows and reds. Like, y'all are going to be more artistic than me. I think the main thing on this part is just make sure you hit all of the holes, which I just missed that one. All of the holes in the stencil. Check it. OMG, it looks amazing. Look at that. So good. Possibly I'm a tiny bit off on alignment, but it's fine. Okay, on this one, number 3, you see how I have 2 colors on there. So they have combined on number 3 the center to these little flowers and more detail on these 3 roses. So I don't know. I think, to me, the center is supposed to be a different color than the detail on these flowers, but who knows? So that's what I did. And of course, I didn't want to be wiping this off, so I was just super careful. I'm going Petunia Pop. Again, this is the 3rd and final layer on these flowers. So I'm just being very specific here. And this is where when I got to this part, I was like, oh man, I should have used the small one for peach. But I didn't, so whatever. Start on the script, on the plastic, roll onto the paper. You can check it. I'll check it in a minute. And then I used peach pie, just somewhere, for these little flower centers. But I think Daffodil Delight would be fine, or Crushed Curry, or whatever. But this is a color from the designer paper, Unbounded Love. Oh, not too bad considering all the stuff I talked about today. And I'll check it. I can see that right there. Okay, I'm gonna check. It looks good to me, but I'm gonna go a little darker with this petunia just in case. I don't feel like I could really see that 3rd layer as much. And I tend to have a light hand naturally, so that's part of that. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So see, check it before you just rip it off, unless you're a perfect, you're better than me. Okay, so let's look at that. That was number 3. So good. Okay, the last 2 are the leaves. I'm going to use Summer Splash, which is darker than Coastal. Who knew? Not me. I'm just fine-tuning the placement here. You can see really well if you're going to be too far to the left or right or whatever. Close these so I don't make a mistake. Summer Splash. Why do you use the corners of the pad? Dawn, that is because I will re-ink my ink pads, and I do it all the time, but I don't like to have to be constantly re-inking them. And these ink pads they're so good. I say this in a positive way. They're so good. They put so much ink on your stamp that they need re-inking more often than our other ones. So I like to leave the center where we go with our stamps and pull up lots of ink fully inked up. most people hardly ever put their stamps on the corners and edges. So all that ink is just waiting for us to use for something on the corners and edges. So why dry out the center when you can dry out the sides and edges even? Hopefully that makes sense. You can just re-ink it as well. Like, it's not like a fatal mistake if you go to the middle. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, this is Summer Splash. Layer 1. There's only 2 layers for the leaves. So you can consider that when you check and see if it's dark enough for you. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I said this. Oh, perfect. I do hold the stencil down, just in case, because that tape's not foolproof and I'm reusing it. But I try not to put my hands where there's ink. So like I try to put it like right there on this one. Of course, you could clean this off, and by the way, you can just take those to the sink and rinse them out. That's the easiest way to clean them when you're really done. But if you're like in the middle of working and you just want to quickly, of course, like a baby wipe or a chamois or this kind of chamois or whatever will work as well. But I just like to wait until I'm done using those colors and then go to the sink. Because it's just plastic, like it's super easy. Even I have to remember, I'm like, oh yeah, start with the triangle. And then everything falls into place real easy. And basically at this point, when you've done a few layers, you're trying not to see any white. If you see white, that's probably not a place where you're supposed to be putting ink now, because this is layering. Okay, so more Summer Splash. And this is the last one, and that's it. And then we'll die cut it out and assemble the card. I do need to stamp my greeting, but that'll be quick. I know, Dawn. I do that a lot when I watch people's videos where I have to mute it real quick for some reason. Even I work from home, but still, things happen. I can't need to concentrate on an email I'm sending or a text, whatever. So I 100% get why you missed that part. I do it all the time. Okay, let's check this one. So pretty. Okay, so this is what Marianne was talking about. Look at that. Like, just, especially, again, for someone like me, it's like, how did I create that? Because I do not have those kind of skills in real life for coloring with any tool. Marker, watercolor, nothing. It looks like printed almost. Like, that's what I think it looks like to me. Like it's, ooh, all right. Told y'all that washi tape might rip your paper. So be careful. It looks printed to me. That's what it is, versus that I physically did it. Now, of course, credit to the blending brushes, because they're going to give you that smooth application. And the stencil gives the exact it's all works together. On the last, this is a side note, on the last card that I'm going to show you, and I will have full step-by-step instructions on the PDF tutorial for those who earn the class from me. I use the stencils without stamping, and I used it on a small piece of paper. So what I did on that, because my point is I'm about to die cut this out now after I've done all the work. But on that, you're putting the ink on the final product is the point. No die cutting after. Although I guess you could technically. That's a side note. What was my point? So what I did was I folded over a piece of washi tape, like when you tape something to the wall, folded it over on itself and put it on the back and taped that piece of paper down that way, because you can't put it on the edges because that's literally part of your final image. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. Okay, let me die cut this out. This does make me nervous because if your thing slips, you have to do literally all of that again. So don't let it slip. But I do feel it's easier to stencil on the full piece of paper versus the die cut out piece of paper. Also, if you're nervous about it slipping, definitely use a sticky note or washi tape or which I don't like to use washi tape because it can tear my paper. Personally, that's just what happens to me. Or Post-it tape or repositionable tape. Anything that's not permanent. So I'm going to grab a sticky note here. Should have torn it off before I did that. Sticky note to hold my stencil and my die in place. You just want to cross it over the die and the paper. Hopefully you've aligned it good. I'm like, did you shift and then run it through just one time? Even these sticky notes sometimes, if you get a good one, make sure you peel it off gently. And there it is. On the incentive trip, my friend Genevieve, I guess we were looking at swaps, and she saw one with the stencils. I don't remember this set or Enduring Beauty. And she was like, how'd they color that? How'd they, like, what? And I was like, that's the stencils I've been telling you about. They color so good. And then I was like, just watch my video on Thursday. I'm going to do it on Thursday. But anyway, in person, she was like, what is that? So, you know, just another little plug for these stencils. And of course, the fact that they coordinate with a specific stamp and all that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this greeting in Petunia Pop. It says, it's from the stamp set. It says, you make my heart smile. This is like a 1/2 inch strip of white, and I'm going to stamp it right in the center in Petunia Pop. And then, thanks, Stella. Yes, Cindy, right? And if anyone, you know, I'm just saying, if anyone does not have the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, you're not a demonstrator, you could get this bundle and a bunch of other stuff for only $99 plus tax. Okay, so I stamped You Make My Heart Smile. I cut the two ends at an angle, same angle on each end. I have a 3/4 inch. I think I will just go ahead and glue it down. A 3/4 inch piece of Petunia Pop Glimmer paper, which comes with all 5 new In Colors in that one pack. So I'm going to glue that to the 3/4 and then do the same trim with scissors on the glimmer paper, so that's like a nice little mat there. Does not need to be perfect. And then we have the designer paper. Told you about earlier, to the Summer Splash. Can't see. Just a real skinny border there. I've got all the measurements on the blog, stamptherapist.com already. It's already posted. Unless I scheduled it wrong, it's posted. All the pictures are posted. The recipe cards are posted. The supply list, the link to the video, it's all there. Okay, next I will add the flowers with Stampin' Dimensionals. And if you have time, hang out, because I'm going to show you the 4th card, which will be included with your free class. Free with that online order in this month, May 2024. Only $25 get you this class packet. Like, I would say it's an incredible deal. $25 order, so you get the product. Then in June, you get this class packet mailed to you. And of course, Landa cuts it, so you know it's going to be perfect and in order and all the stuff. And then if it's 50 or more, you also get an embellishment. I even offer a second embellishment at the second half of the month. You can end up with 2 free embellishments. Anyway, it's a great deal. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, I'm going to tie a bunny ears bow with the Petunia Pop bordered In Color ribbon. 2 bunny ears, 1 in each hand. Lots of space in between the 2. Tail on one side, attached to the roll on the other. Cross the right. Did I say this? Each loop is in one hand, separate hands, and all my fingers are pointing at me, so the ribbon is flat, flat, flat. It's not twisted and turned like this, because that'll make an ugly bow. Right loop over left, again, keeping it as flat as possible. right loop down into the bunny hole and then pull. The point about keeping the ribbon flat the whole time is what gives you a bow that lays nicely and it's not all wonky. And then obviously you just need to fix your bow. Actually, I think let's bow a little bigger for this particular card. But I don't want to start over, so I'm just going to have a short tail there, which I'll match this one too. All right, so there's my little bow. The bow is going to go down here. Obviously, I just put the flowers right in the center of the card on dimensionals because they are so large. They take up the whole front of the card. The bow is going to go down there toward the bottom right of the flowers, and the greeting will layer on top of it. So let me stick that bow down with a mini glue dot. This is part of the free class, in case you missed that. This card. And I'm about to show you the other card. Then dimensionals on the left side of the greeting. A little adhesive on the right where it will touch that ribbon. You could even do a glue dot, but I usually don't, but you could. And so the greeting is toward the bottom. And it ends up going over the bow. And then I did add gems to this one. So the Petunia Pop In Color Shimmer Gems, which are free with your online a $50 or more kit order. Take the pick tool. I'm going to do 2 smalls and a large down here in the bottom left corner. Petunia Pop. Okay, that is the third card I'm making today. You do have a chance to win this exact card plus the other 2 by commenting on this video, even on replay. That is it. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Stella. Amy, I'm definitely getting this. Yes. And I went with these colors, but of course, like you can do so many color schemes with the sponging. Okay, let's put them in order. 1, 2, 3. You see which one you like best. Let me know if you feel like it. Those are the ones I made today. The 4th card, which here's my original, by the way, it looks the same, so no difference there. The 4th card, which you will get in your class packet to make, is this one. So this is what I was trying to describe. First of all, I got a new embossing folder here. The same papers. Peach pie ribbon. So on this die cut here, this white one, we use the stencils without the stamping. So I taped on the back bottom this piece of white to my cardstock. I didn't mark the corners because I didn't want to get ink on it. And use the stencils with the triangle just like before. Now, what you could do is do that on a bigger piece of paper. Just make sure it's plenty big enough. Do all your stenciling and then die cut out the portion you want. That might actually be a smarter way to do it, but we're going to send you the die cut piece. This is the Nested Essentials dies. Anyway, that is a random side note tip for how to do that card. But it looks really pretty, almost like you painted it if you don't use the stamped portion. So thank you, Janet. Thanks, Kylie. Hey, Kylie, good to see you. Must have, Tommy. Yes. Lori, thank you. Thanks, Karen and Dawn. Mary Jo, love the stencils. Yes. Beverly, thank you. What did I put under the glass mat to make it magnetic? Cindy, I have it in my Amazon store. So in this video, you're on Facebook. So I'm going to add that link in Facebook after the video because Facebook's weird. Anyway, and it's already there in YouTube. It takes you to my Amazon store. And what I have under here is a metal magnet board. It is not magnetic. Magnets stick to it. Does that make sense? See the 4 holes? You can put it on your wall. I don't think it's a dry erase, actually. It's just a magnet board. But, you know, you can put photos on it or schedules or whatever. It's really strong if you do it this way. Oh my gosh. But that's what it is, and I have it in my Amazon store. And then I have a piece of our 12 by 12 um, um, like paper from our designer paper under that, which is the perfect size to lift it up to where it touches the glass, but it doesn't lift your little glass feet off the ground. Hope all that makes sense. So yeah, that's what it is. All right. Don't forget to go check out the recipe cards over on the blog, stamptherapist.com. They're there now. It has all the supplies plus the measurements for you. I've got these pictures on the blog, as well as, not this one, but these 3 pictures, as well as supply list. I don't know. There's other stuff there. Just to show you this one other sample that I have received at the incentive trip. I believe they probably used regular Stampin' Right markers to ink up that stamp in multiple colors and stamp it one time. And then she embossed on top of it. It was Anna Hellman. So that's yet another way to use these stamps. All right. Everyone have a great day. The stamp version does give more definition, Corinne. Definitely 100% completely different looks. 100. And of course, I wonder how it would look if you stamped not in black, but some other color. Like, there's a bunch of different ways. I wonder if you did something like this and then did the sponging. Like, who knows? Anyway. All right. Everyone have a great day. I will see y'all next time, next Thursday, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to register for my classes by Saturday. If you have any questions or need links, let me know. And if you're on my team, don't forget to sign up for the team meeting Saturday, because it's on Zoom and it's free. So I'll see y'all then. All right. Have a great day. See y'all later. Bye.